brought friends.
Hello, friends. I love you. Anyway, I'm a pork.
Dun 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 dun! Dun 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 dun! Dun.
We're gonna write Star Wars. Do I set the timer now, or after we've said what we're writing today?
Let's set it after we say what we're writing today.
Okay, what are we writing today, Sarah?
So today we're talking, if we just had the title, The Last Jedi, what would we write a movie about?
Yeah.
What we want the movie to be about.
Like, Lucasfilm has come up and approached us. Us.
Yeah, us.
And we're like, we want a movie called The Last Jedi.
And we're like, cool.
Do that.
Let's do that.
So,
just so everyone knows, it's currently
Let's start.
1:55 a.m. And we've both had a very long day. I think my day had more anxiety
and
than
I
Shannon's.
want to write Star Wars.
That's right. I just need them to know I'm not normally like this.
This is Snowball and this is Cookies and Cream. No, I renamed this guy S'mores. S'mores and Cookies and Cream.
Oh, I thought he was Snowball. He's still
No, I
Snowball.
renamed him because he looks like a s'more and then it matches Cookies and Cream.
Okay,
So we got
he's
1
still
minute
Snowball in
already
my
down.
Heart. Okay, so tell me about your movie you write.
So there was this book series by Jude Watson.
Okay, I don't know who that is.
Okay.
I should know who that is.
She's an author.
Okay.
And it was called The Last of the Jedi.
Right, I know this.
Yes, and it's about after the Jedi die, Obi-Wan goes and finds this guy who used to be a Jedi, but quit the Jedi Order, and is like, hey, fix it. I'm gonna be on Tatooine, bye. And this guy wrangles together a quirky band of rebels, including a funny kid. And they kind of try to start the rebellion. And then most of them die, and most of them who don't die, well, not most of them who don't die, then people get their memories erased, and it's basically like, we tried too hard too fast, let's just chill out for a bit, and then they'll start the rebellion in a couple decades. But I really liked it, even though it had a sad ending, and I was like, The Last of the Jedi. Now, I think Star Wars Rebels has a very similar plot, because Star Wars Rebels, I haven't watched it, but I'm pretty sure it's a guy who left the Jedi Order, and a quirky kid, spunky kid. Spunky kid, though, is force sensitive. He was not in this book series, I'm pretty sure. He was just a spunky kid. But yeah, I would totally love... I think maybe not that part of the books, but I would love a movie called The Last Jedi that's about Obi-Wan.
I was just thinking that. My brain was like going in two directions, and like part of it was like The Last Jedi would be a great title for an Obi-Wan movie.
Yeah.
But my other idea was like, I don't know how to explain it except for like in the far off future. So instead of a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, is it long time ago? Or is it a long time ago?
I think it's just a long time ago.
Long time ago. So it's just in a galaxy far, far away. Implying it is in our time, this time.
Sure.
There's...
They text.
Yeah. There's no more force sensitivity.
Uh-huh.
There's like one person left with force sensitivity. Or like it's evolved to something
like
else.
The Giver. It's one person left with his
Maybe, that's not really what I'm thinking.
No, I know.
And it's about
it's
this
really
last
bad.
person with force sensitivity.
Sure.
But I'm not really sure.
Obi-Wan's great.
No, they're not a Skywalker.
Obi-Wan's not a Skywalker.
Okay, they're not a Kenobi. They're not a
They're
Skywalker.
just what do you mean, Sarah? What do you
They're
mean?
just the Last Jedi.
What do you mean they're not related to someone? What are you talking about?
I mean, maybe they could be a very long descendant.
It's
Skywalker.
Yoda's descendant now. Like,
Yoda would never have a child. Can you imagine him raising a child?
In the
Yoda kind of, not really. He contributed to the creation of a Sith Lord.
Alright, I mean...
Of multiple Sith Lords.
So it's Mace Windu's great-great-great-grand.
Okay. I don't think he would have had a kid either, but listen.
I mean, no Jedis should have had kids.
If anyone could get it, he could get it.
Mace Windu, yeah.
He had a purple fucking lightsaber. He could get it. Oh God.
I'm pretty sure Samuel L. Jackson would agree. Jackson would hear this and be like, that's fine.
Samuel L. Jackson went up to John Boyega at a party and called him his son.
Yeah. What are we running with now?
I don't know.
I like the idea of an Obi-Wan movie, so let's just write an Obi-Wan movie now.
I don't know if I care enough about Obi-Wan to have an Obi-Wan movie.
Okay.
My Obi-Wan movie would be like one of those really dramatic, like, Oscar-nominated films. I'm kind of thinking, like, Moonlight, but not as gay as Moonlight was.
Why
but
not?
just, like, the really, like, long, drawn-out shots and, like,
Obi-Wan,
silence with
on
occasional
Tatooine,
music. Oh, yeah, and it's just...
another hermit.
No, it's just him being just,
great.
like... No, I'm just picturing just, like, really long, drawn-out silences and, like, him, like, sadly eating his
Consider
gruel.
this. I know you're talking
like,
about style and, like, cinematography, but do consider Moonlight, but it's Obi-Wan. So, we start... and it's young Obi-Wan when he's a youngling.
Okay.
And he's in the Jedi Order. And, like, he doesn't really fit in.
I'm sorry, you can keep going, but I'm just thinking sad Obi-Wan eating his gruel, and there's no music.
That's part 3. So, it's young Obi-Wan, and, like, he doesn't fit in, he's not as good.
And then Qui-Gon picks him up. And Qui-Gon raises
well, and Obi-Wan's, like, a
man.
super, like, stickler for the rules, and everyone's like, you're such a nerd, even though, like, you're kind of supposed to be a stickler for the rules in the Jedi Order, but, you know, the other kids are like, oh, Obi-Wan's so boring, and then Qui-Gon's like, he's gonna be my apprentice, and Qui-Gon's like the really cool teacher, so all the other kids are like, what? Like, but I wanted Qui-Gon to be my master. And Qui-Gon's like, nope, I'm gonna take the nerd, because he's Qui-Gon. And so then part 2 is like Obi-Wan, like, right before they meet Anakin, and like he's learning under Qui-Gon, and like it's cool. Or maybe it's like right after Qui-Gon's died. That might actually be better. And like he's just gotten Anakin.
He has tiny boy.
He now has this tiny boy, and he's trying to figure out how to train him, because, like, he didn't even technically finish his training with Qui-Gon, and he was just like, I'm gonna train this kid that the Jedi don't want me to train. And so now he's gotta figure out how to, like, balance that with being a stickler.
Yeah, that'd be hard, because, you know, we'd have to find a new baby Anakin.
Don't talk to me about actors. We also have to find someone to look like young Ewan McGregor, because I don't think...
Poor Jake Lloyd. I just want to take a moment to recognize Jake Lloyd. And he was alright as Anakin. He wasn't great, he was alright, and literally everyone ruined his life.
So, it's right after Qui-Gon died, and it's him trying to figure out how to help out this kid. And then we cut to, this is so good, then it's Obi-Wan has just landed on Tatooine, and is figuring out this new life.
Baby Luke.
Yeah, with baby Luke. This is so good, Sarah, because it's such a good, like, parallel, because it starts with baby Obi-Wan being picked up by Qui-Gon.
I can't tell the difference if this is a fanfic or
Obi-Wan teaching baby Anakin, but Obi-Wan's still kind of a baby, and then it's old Obi-Wan with baby Luke, and now Obi-Wan is like a fully grown person.
There's an expanded universe
I figured it all out.
Thing. Here's the thing. I can't remember if this is a fanfic or an expanded universe thing, and it's gonna drive me crazy.
Yes.
So I think it's an expanded universe thing, but I'm not sure. Where like a very young Luke and Obi-Wan had a run-in in the desert, and Obi-Wan like saves him from something, but then Owen forbids Obi-Wan from contacting Luke again. But I can't remember if this is a fanfic or an expanded universe thing, and it's going to drive me
I
crazy.
don't know. I just realized that I set the timer for 30 minutes, but we do 20 minutes.
How long have we been doing it?
10 minutes.
Okay, we only have 10 minutes left.
So I'm
We're
just
halfway
gonna
there.
do it for 10. It
Whoa,
seems like we
we're
just started.
halfway there. Living on a prayer.
Okay, so what if part 3 of Moonlight starring Obi-Wan Kenobi is...
I can't believe this turned into the Obi-Wan Kenobi podcast when it was going to
It's
be
called
Let's Write The Last Jedi.
It's called The Last Jedi.
But is Obi-Wan really the Last Jedi if Yoda's still alive?
That's the question, isn't it?
No shit.
Is Obi-Wan's like...
No, there's an easy answer. Yoda is a Jedi. Obi-Wan is a Jedi. There's 2 Jedi.
No.
It's not the last 2
Sarah,
Jedi.
the real Last Jedi is Luke.
Yes, that's the point of this new movie, Shannon. You have not drawn a new conclusion. It is 2 a.m.,
But
motherfuckers.
in Moonlight starring Obi-Wan Kenobi, Luke is also the Last Jedi. That's what it's leading up to.
Oh my god.
Okay,
But he's not the Last Jedi.
so listen.
Because
listen to
Mara
me. Part
Jade.
3. Forget what I said about part 3 before. Part 3 is Luke as like a 9-year-old, and he like runs into Obi-Wan or whatever. Then.
But
So
I
then
don't know
it's
if that's a fanfic
so
or not.
then it doesn't matter if it's fanfic or not. It's canon now because Moonlight starring Obi-Wan Kenobi coming
Jesus
whenever
fucking
the
Christ.
3rd anthology film is supposed to come out. And because then it's a really good parallel to like if part 1 is Obi-Wan as like a 9-year-old, then part 2 is Anakin as a 9-year-old, and then part 3 is like Luke as a 9-year-old. Also, baby Luke is a 9-year-old. That's adorable. And he's just like, but I was gonna go to Tashi Station. And they're like, you're too young to go to Tashi Station. What are you talking about? You can't even drive a speeder.
He's like, yes, I can.
Now
I am good boy,
You
Luke.
know the beginning of Star Trek?
Yes.
2009?
Yes, with
with
James Kirk and his car.
Yeah,
It's like that,
that's
but it's
baby
cuter,
Luke.
and
Yeah.
he can't actually drive
He
because his
can't.
feet can't touch the pedal.
It's just, the beginning of part 3 is like dramatic shots of baby Luke in the front of his little car, and you see him like spinning the wheel, and it's like, oh my god, he's driving, and then it just cuts to a wide shot, and it's just like kind of going in a really slow circle, like back and forth, it's hovering, and it's just like, and like Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru are standing off to the side, being like, should we stop him? Like, what
He's
if
not
he
going
breaks it?
anywhere. Yeah, that's Uncle Owen, but what if he breaks it, Emperor? He's not going anywhere.
I don't think he's gonna break it. Okay, Sarah, let's write an action movie called The Last Jedi, although what I just wrote is really good. But, okay.
Let's do mine super quick, where it's
okay,
like
so it's
really,
in the future.
it's just in a galaxy
Star
far, far
Wars
away,
universe.
and there's either, I think I like it better if it's kind of, like I Am Legend-esque, which if you don't know, there's the movie I Am Legend, but there's the short story I Am Legend, which is essentially the human race is evolving into vampires, and the main character is killing all of them, and then realizes that he's like become the nightmare story for this new evolution. So I think
that's
it'd be,
the movie.
I know the ending's different. Whereas the short story ending is like...
They like filmed 2 different endings and they used the worst one.
Yeah.
So I pretend it's the other ending.
Yes, I've never seen the movie or read the short story.
Yeah.
I just know what my dad has told me.
Yeah.
So I like that idea that the races of the Star Wars universe, the Star Wars galaxy, have like evolved to another point.
Sure.
Where the Force, maybe like everyone has the Force now.
That's interesting.
But there's only one left person left who is like trained in the Jedi Order.
Ooh, I like that. Because then it's like,
there are no more Jedi.
yeah, and then it's the whole like Last Jedi, like, are you the Last Jedi or is like everyone a Jedi? And that's an interesting question in the title. Mm-hmm. It's like, everyone's the Last Jedi. There is no Last Jedi. But this person
Is the last one who
is
was
the
trained.
last, like, actual trained Jedi. Because you think about, like, Luke wasn't really trained as a Jedi in the way that, like, you were in the Jedi Order. Like, he was trained, for a day by Obi-Wan, and then he was trained for not very long by Yoda, but, like, that was just rushed through it, and he did the rest himself. So, you know, this is someone who, this Last Jedi is someone who, like, I'm interested in, like, the question of what even is a Jedi anymore, because, like, this is probably has come down from the remnants of whatever order Luke makes, and whatever happens after that, and how that evolves.
You know,
and so it's like,
multiple generations.
It doesn't resemble the
Luke's
original
order.
Jedi Order at all. Like, Luke's Jedi Order doesn't even resemble that at all.
Yes and no. In the expanded universe, Luke borrows some from the Old Republic, and I don't remember. I know there's a book series that covers pretty heavily kind of the new Jedi. I think it might be called the New Jedi Order, but I can't remember. There's so many different little series. And, like, you know, they make a big deal about him, like, saying that they don't have to have they can have attachments and stuff. So, yeah, I think it would be multiple generations after it. It would be, like, the point that, like, Master Skywalker is, like, an old legend.
That's what I'm thinking. It's, like, hundreds of years. So what happens in this movie? We only have a couple minutes.
I don't know. I think it would be, you know, you'd have the Last Jedi main character, who I almost feel like it'd be interesting if he or she was, like, struggling to, like, try to, like, continue the Jedi Order.
And then I think...
but just can't. Because all these different cultures and stuff, because there's already some of this a little bit in the Star Wars Expanded Universe, and a little bit in Rogue One, where we see, what's his face? I'm looking at his name. The blind one. Chirrut has, like, an understanding, doesn't have Force abilities, but has an understanding of the Force and how the Force works.
Force sensitivity.
Yeah, Force sensitivity.
Like, but not, like, using it really.
And clearly it's influenced by his culture. So I think it's like, it'd be this person struggling to maintain the last, like, remnants of the Jedi Order. But at this point, everyone has a different way of learning now. And all cultures have a different way of raising their Jedi young. And you can't just take them away from their families anymore and raise them in, like, the secular...
And I think maybe there's, like...
order?
Yeah, I think maybe there's, like, a kid who's, like, Force sensitive, and maybe this, like, Last Jedi is kind of like, ooh, I could teach you, like, be a Jedi. And maybe the kid's, like, receptive to it, but it just doesn't, like, work. And in the end, they kind of have to accept, like, the Jedi are over.
Yeah.
As we know it, but, like... this new world is fine. Like, it's okay. Which maybe we have just written The Last Jedi Episode 8, judging by the trailer.
Yes. But...
the Jedi must end. I mean, who knows?
No, I think Rey will become a Jedi.
Yeah.
And The Last Jedi are in episode 9.
Like her father before her. And her mother.
Yeah, her mother. And her mother. Her mother is very important. So her mother's Mara Jade. Everyone in the
That's how the movie ends, actually, is Luke is like, you're a Jedi, like your father before you. And Rey's like, and then Luke is like, and your mother. And then Mara steps out from the shadows and her
porg on each shoulder.
Porg on each shoulder. And this is an Ewok. But,
an Ewok on one shoulder and a porg on the other.
We have a minute and a half. Do we have anything else to say about The Last Jedi?
I think it'd be interesting if the main character was a woman versus a man.
Yeah.
But I think also a man would be interesting.
Yeah.
Because with a woman, they'd want to explore the maternal side of things. But I think it also could be interesting. Especially someone who has to realize that they gave up their entire life and the entire life they could have had for something that's now defunct.
Yeah. Well, you think, like, they were probably trained by someone, like a single person who was probably really, like, we gotta keep the Jedi going. And so this was really, like, ingrained in this person's head of, like, the Jedi Order has to keep going. And probably, like, they were, like, an orphan. Mm-hmm. And so they were taken in by this Jedi.
I think it would be more interesting if this one person's, like, trying to carry on, but the Jedi Order as a whole has decided to disperse. Because they've just, like, kind of, like, organically been, like... I think it's better if we all focus on raising 4 strong younglings
Yeah.
on our home worlds. Because there's no...
Sure.
Because it's everyone versus a select few.
Yeah.
It's better to just take our abilities and train the next generation.
Yeah.
To be better than us.
To not train to be Jedi, but just to train to use your powers.
Yeah.
We wrote Star Wars.
We wrote Star Wars. Do you have any last thoughts?
I really like it. Let's make it.
Okay.
I'm of course referring to Moonlight starring Obi-Wan.
I knew you were referring to Moonlight starring Obi-Wan Kenobi. We could, in theory, it couldn't be Jedi, but let's put on the list a sci-fi film about not a Last Jedi, but a Last something.
Yeah.
Could do that.
Thanks for watching, listening.
Yeah, let us write Star Wars.
Please.
Please.
I mean, but maybe don't.
Listen, yeah, I mean, they know I come in with my stack of expanded universe novels.
Okay.
Smack on done. Alright, you motherfuckers, Mara Jade is really important!
Guys, I don't know if you noticed, it's all written for you.
Most of it's terrible.
People have been working on
understand.
this for 40 years. Anyway, bye.
Once Han Solo punched an otter. It was awesome.